Hey guys, welcome back to another week here with us at the Handy Creators.
Thank you so much for joining us and for being here on a very special project.
If you're new here, my name's Adriana and this is my husband,
Jesus.
We hope you like today's video. Let's explain what it's gonna be about.
A few weeks ago, we came across these beautiful wooden pallets that were sitting in the trash, and we thought to ourselves, this is the perfect opportunity for a project. If you guys saw one of our most recent videos, we created this beautiful accent table for our backyard just using some scrap wood that we had lying around from a previous project. And honestly, we are extremely excited to see that if we were able to do that with just a few pieces of wood, what we could do with a whole collection of wood pallets. As we were thinking on how to kick off this series, we thought we would do something very special. And if you guys know, we are very big on doing stuff for our family. So what better way to kick off this whole series than by making a kitchen island for Adriana's mom?
Ooh.
Yes. A kitchen island.
If you've ever been interested in buying one of these little like portable kitchen islands, they run for like minimum like $100 and something. And I mean, when you think of a kitchen island, $100, I mean, it's not horrible, but what if you can make it yourself with some scrap wood that you have?
Not only will we be building a kitchen island, we will be making a functional kitchen island that will have little accessories here and there that are gonna make it very convenient to use.
So the goal here is to create something functional, beautiful, and aesthetic with the house. And to do this, we're actually going to be heading over to my parents' house. They have no idea that we have this in plan. So maybe we just get there and they're like, I don't want that.
I'm surprised to see your parents' reaction to when we tell them that we're doing this for them.
So the plan is we're getting all wrapped up now. We're going to be heading over there. We want to get their insights and ideas and opinions on this, obviously because it's for them. And we want to do this exactly how they want.
With that, we are going to get our gear, head on over, and just ask them a few questions on if they were to suddenly have an island appear at their house, what would it look like and what would it have? Let's go. Bailey, come here.
Do you wanna? Do you wanna go to Grandpa's house?
Let's go.
Let's go to Grandpa's house.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, Bailey. Come on. Up. Yes, good girl. Okay. Yeah, good girl. Are you at Grandpa's house?
Good girl. Okay, say hi. Okay, mommy.
Hello.
Look at my mom. She's freaking out.
You want to tell them you?
Okay. So, ¿qué tú crees que estamos aquí haciendo ahora mismo? ¿Qué te viene a tu cabeza?
Algún plan o algún proyecto de algo.
Okay, good.
Nos conocen.
Hoy empezamos nuestra serie de pallets y madera reusable. So, para empezar este video queríamos
hacerles una mini isla para ustedes, para su cocina. Sí. Y entonces queríamos preguntarle a ustedes qué quieren en la mini isla. ¿Qué quieren que la isla tenga?
¿Tú quieres una isla o no?
Ok, bueno, yo creo que ya tenemos todo lo que necesitamos. So, ¿están excited?
Sí, tremenda sorpresa.
Now it's time to do the project. We'll see you in a few.
So now that we have their input, I think it's time for the design phase.
After many different designs, we have nailed it down to these two designs that we feel are really going to bring together all the functionalities that they would like to have and would look nice in their space. As you can see here, the first concept that we came across is this open style kitchen island table, which would allow them to have 3 open shelves where they can put their fruits or any other items that they would like. And on the side, they would have the functionality of adding some chopping boards and other items that would be easily accessible to them.
Here with the second design, we're going with the same aspect of the shelves. But as we see here, the difference is that this one's gonna have just the two legs as an open design on the other side. This will allow them to add more seatings if they do desire that. We think it's very important to break down exactly what it is that they wanted and are looking for in this island. As you recall, we are not only making an island just to make an island, we want this island to be very functional and fit in to their needs and their space.
So after speaking with them, these are the categories that the kitchen island needs to have. The kitchen island will be white with a natural countertop, have open accessible shelves, measured 36 inches tall by 5 feet long, have the ability to sit people, and most of all, it will be lightweight enough to move around.
I think one of the most exciting things about this whole project is going to be that we are planning on just going with the rhythm and making it our own and see what it is that we want to add here and there. But I think with that, it's enough talking, and now it's time to go outside
and get this project started.
Let's go. So we just finished that glue up. Now it's time to start on the legs.
We dug through the garage and all of the marvelous wood that we picked up from our job, and we have brought to the back what we plan on using for this build. Here you're gonna find some standard plywood. These are leftovers that we had from when we did our swing bed, which if you haven't done so, make sure to check out the video above. But we had no intended purpose for them, and we think that these are gonna make beautiful shelves for the concept that we have. This is one of the pallets that we picked up, and what we love about this one is that it already has the design that we want with one side completely closed off, which we plan on leaving as intact as possible, because we honestly feel that even though this is a wood pallet, it is very beautiful. We will only be cutting this down to size. And then over here we have some other 2x4s and 1x4s that we're gonna be using for the rest of the project. We're gonna start off by finishing the countertop and then going on with the rest of the design. So we just finished planning down this table and making it perfectly straight. As you guys saw, every time we would finish, we would use a straight edge just to see where the high ends were and then just pass it over that section again. With that done, we are going to install the trim all around, give this a nice sanding, and then prep for the stain. We have sanded the whole tabletop. We have made the miter cuts for the border that's going outside. We are now going to flip the table over, clamp it down, and then add the pocket hole screws.
It's short. Short?
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, the miter cuts came out shorter than we needed them to, and we had two options. Either one, trim down the tabletop, and two, figure it out. And we chose to figure it out. We figured out that if we get some 2x4s and rip them on the table saw in half, we're basically gonna get these boards. So we're gonna go to the garage and look for two more 2x4s. Hopefully we have some. And trying to redo all these miter cuts again. Let's see if we can get this done. If not, then we are just gonna have to do the simple squared cut that was in the original design, but we decided to try to up the ante just a little bit, and it's kind of backfiring on us. But hey, it's all worth it in the end. It's been 24 hours since we were last here, and if you guys recall, we tried to do the miter border for the tabletop, and yeah, it didn't go according to plan. So we cut a 2x6 down, got these strips, and we're gonna try it once more. Once we do the tabletop, we're gonna go ahead and stain it and then keep on working on the rest of the design.
Okay guys, so we just finished doing all the miter cuts and we tried it on the countertop and it fits perfect. So now we have our tabletop here and we're just gonna put them into place.
If you guys saw earlier in the video, the plan was to attach this border with pocket hole screws. The issue that we're having is that we don't have pocket hole screws that are the exact size that we need. So we decided, and props to my wife for the amazing idea because I completely forgot we even had this. We're gonna use our nail gun. The advantage of this is that the nail is so small and the hole on the outside that it's barely gonna be noticeable. We just finished sanding, and let's just say that this countertop came out beautiful. Now with that done, now it's time to stain. For this, we will be using the Wildcoat Danish oil in the color medium walnut. What we've heard that is marvelous about this is that it stains, seals, and protects the countertop, and it will allow this countertop to last a very long time. So we have flipped it over. We will be first staining it by the bottom and then immediately flipping it on the other side and staining it on the top.
So with the tabletop completed, it is now time to start on phase 3, which consists of the legs. We're gonna be using the 2x4s that are behind us. First, we're gonna have to be removing all those extra screws it has and putting them apart, cutting them down to size. We will be rounding them. And I honestly believe this is where it starts getting a little bit artistic, because now how do we make a pallet not look like one? This is the challenging part of this whole project, but honestly, I believe that we could do it. And our mantra, we could do it, you could do it. Let's start. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Bailey. Good girl. I feel like I have to make a note, because a lot of you must be wondering why she's out here when we have power tools and stuff. But ever since she was very, very, very little, we have trained her to be outside with us at a safe distance. And when we are doing very, I would say, dangerous things, she's always inside.
Right, Bailey? Yeah?
But she always knows to keep her distance. That's why we're hammering here and she's not even bothered by the noise or startled by it, because we've done it since she's very little.
So we managed to get the middle braces out. The best way that we found after many different tries was just to slowly pry it off and hope the wood didn't crack. We are happy to say that none of the woods cracked. So now we're gonna cut them down to size again, just to make sure one last time that these woods are perfect before we continue on the build.
Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. It's so beautiful. We are having a heck of a hard time attaching the boards to the 2x4 because either the nails are coming off or it's not sturdy enough. And again, this is an island, so this needs to be strong and sturdy. Mind you, I got in this position exactly for the sunset because like I just had to, right? Because that's me. So what we're gonna do is again go with the same pergola design and similar to what we did with the swing bed. But anyways, I'm gonna go now to the table saw with Jesus and kind of explain what it is that we're gonna do, because this seems like the only way that we're gonna be able to give it strong support, make it a nice finish, and make sure that they're not going anywhere and they're aligned. Let's do a visual tutorial here. Pretty much we're gonna be removing this corner and we're gonna be placing the actual wood on here so it has support, and then we can nail it from the bottom and no screws will be visible on the top. Okay, let's test it out. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, the camera is so blurry, but who cares?
If you have been here from the very beginning, these nails will be awfully familiar. These are the ones that we used to build our garden trellises, and we are extremely happy to say that after over a year and 2 hurricanes, those trellises are still in mint condition. So we figured it'd be only right to bring these into this project, and since we're going to be painting these, it won't matter that they're just going to be a little bit visible.
So as much as I love doing these projects and building stuff and all that, we finally got to the part of the video where my artistic side could like start like showing. We want to be making like a barrier, like I would say like railing for the shelves instead of just making it like a boring like wood. So to do that, I am getting some dowels, which I have here and we already cut down to size. These are 1/2 inch of thickness, and we bought some brass fittings, which we're gonna be using to give it like a pipe design, and that way we can make it a little bit more rustic. I'm not gonna be putting them on the actual like island yet, just setting these, like putting these together and maybe spray painting them, so by the time we do decide to put them on, the paint's completely dry and we're not ruining it. So it's been around 14 hours since we did the dowels and everything is fully dried at this point. So this is how they look. We have one side of the legs finished and we're gonna start on the next leg already. So we should be done in the next few hours, hopefully. And I'm honestly excited to put this whole thing together and see how it's gonna look.
We're gonna start working on the shelf. We are using 1/2 inch sanded plywood that we had left over from our swing bed, and then we will be adding it to the legs. So if you guys saw, we made more cuts than you would think if we were only doing 3 shelves. And what ended up happening was that after measuring, the plywood that we had wasn't going to just allow us to just make 3 cuts and get 3 shelves.
I think the priority of this video is to get the outcome that we want, no matter how we get there, right? So yes, we could have perfectly gone with 2 shelves because we didn't have enough to make the 3 of them. But the whole point of this is to make the design we want and just get artistic with it and make it our own. So we decided that we did have enough wood to make another one, but they're gonna be in smaller pieces. So we made
3 cuts that are going to make up the 3rd shelf. And what we're gonna do is add a border to it and then stain it the same color as the tabletop. That way it has that one that it was missing.
And by making the border on the bottom, we're gonna try to put it very on the edge so it could look like a, sorry, we live by an airport. So we're gonna put the border on the edge, the trim on the edge. That way it could look like a thicker shelf and kind of make a statement on the whole island itself. Just remember, you guys, get artistic with it. You don't have to follow the rules. This is your own, make it your own. Just because you see something, it doesn't mean you have to have everything exactly. Just make it yours. So
there's no wrong way as long as you get the outcome that you want. Let's get this set together, and then I think the next step is painting. So let's do that. So we just finished staining all of the shelves, and we have let them dry. We have put them to the side so that they dry. And while we do that, we're going to install the other two shelves. So to do that, we have installed this spacer. That way that it is aligned on both sides. We're going to be installing the top and the bottom shelf, and then the middle shelf is going to be the one that's different from the rest of them. We're going to do that, finish this side of the table, paint everything while the stain dries, and then finally put all the pieces together. We finished.
yeah, we're taking a break and we're hoping to pick up everything already. So my mom called me yesterday and she was like, oh, if you want tomorrow, I'm gonna make like this food, like come over to eat. We painted everything, but it's still not assembled. But the plan is we're gonna pick up, maybe even shower, assemble, and then go take it today to them. They have no idea where we're at the process. They have no idea if we're done or not. So it should be a surprise. We'll see you in a little bit. I'll help you.
Okay, so we got it on the truck and we're heading over now. My in-laws have no idea that we finished and we have it covered, so they have no way of getting a sneak peek before we were able to record their reactions. I gotta hold this. We'll see y'all over there.
Yeah, they're coming?
Yeah.
just like that, we call this project complete. My in-laws absolutely love how this kitchen island came out, and truth be told, they haven't stopped using it since they got it. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here. As always, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure to stay tuned for all the projects we have in store with this palette series. See you on the next one. Bye.